Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Elial in this incarnation. Well, in other videos, I told you how the natal chart is a portal for us to incarnate here. And many times I came across people who felt reticence with astrology because they were thinking that astrology conditioned them. And actually, I think this is very far from the real astrology, because what we are actually doing is traducing a language from the sky which is connected to us, because everything is connected. I mean, anything is separated in this world, but if it's okay to say that we can predict that that person is going to experiment certain energies in their lives, but we can do many different alchemies with that, and many people could die without expressing any potential of their own natal chart. So it's important to understand that we can transcend that that map. We can transcend that, but first we have to express the potential. We have to understand how the energies operate. And I'm not saying that everybody has to know about astrology in order to express their potential, but only to do this alchemy. And this is totally linked with our conscious, with elevating, rising our consciousness. So I'm saying this because in the path, in the journey of reaching this potential, and with potential, I'm saying that we can always get better, and we can always improve ourselves, and we can always be more aware, and we can always illuminate more parts of ourselves. I'm not saying we are not enough right now. This is very important because many of us could have grown with this inner dialogue in our minds, and this is not true. But many times when we are in the path of reaching our potential, we could find that there are certain limitations and certain obstacles in life that we are trying to transcend, we are trying to break. I told you in other video how important it is to be willing to confront the problems in our lives, the chaos, the conflicts, that many times the only attitude to do that is propulsing the solution. But many times when we are insisting in breaking a limitation, or we are insisting in transcending an obstacle, many times we are not doing that from a high perspective. We are not doing that from this part of ourselves that are taking accountability and are conscious about their actions. Many times we are doing that from the ego, because we are insisting in something, and when we are seeing that it's not working, we get like deception. We or we get angry because we cannot transcend that. In those moments, many times takes us to going back from the perception of the ego. I mean, I'm going to put an example. For example, I was married, but I got separated, and then I had to go back to my parents' house. Or I was putting a lot of energy for years in a creative project, and then the project didn't work out. So I had to start all over again with other project on my own, or with other people, or whatever. So that from the perception of the ego could turn that we could think that we are going back, we are retroceding. But actually, many times is something very wise to take steps back, to see things from other perspective, and this is called contraction. there's a Kabbalist that says that we are retroceding to rise, that the soul many times do this because it's important to go steps back to approach that situation with another force, with another potential. Because it's important to understand that we cannot lose the consciousness we acquired already. We cannot unsee something that we already see. So consciousness is not something that we are losing. So actually we cannot retrocede. What could happen is if I am always coming across to the same obstacle, it's because there's a lesson that I am not getting, and many times it's part of the journey too. But what I already acquired with my consciousness cannot be lost. So these situations, many times it's like going back and taking a boost to approach that situation in a better way, or in a more conscious way. And many times this taking a boost could be that I have to take 3 years or 6 months or whatever in order to approach that situation again, or that limit, or that obstacle. And when we are insisting and insisting and insisting, many times we are not doing this from this spiritual maturity from which I talk in the video of patience. Many times we have to accept it's not conforming. It's understand that right now maybe it's not the moment to break those limitations. Maybe we have to learn something more about this. Or maybe it's another path that life is presenting to us. But I am talking about those limitations that we know we can someday break. Okay, I just wanted to express this. Thank you, everybody, and see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.